This is the nature of the internet, where clutter is criticized and downvoted. Welcome to Seedy Location. Every time I pee myself, I end up blaming it on the Jinteki parts.
Yeah, this is it. This comment is it. This is why you're elite, Mike. Because, yes, that is it. I never know. When anyone says they like my videos, I never know if they're just rusing or not. I sincerely don't. I don't actually believe anyone likes my videos. I don't even like my videos, but I just have to make them. You know what? Screw this. Let's deal with this now. Okay, you know what? Back to reality. Jack out. Jacking out.
That's out, everyone. Alright, everyone. Alright. So this is how Seedy Location works. I literally just record with this. This is literally... This is literally how it works. This is literally what happens. I use this to record here. So I record with my phone and record with my laptop. Don't ask how I got this. I got this little handy action cam. Action cam, me phone, and yeah. So what am I doing? Right, I'm just gonna take you now. Right. So yeah. Welcome to Seedy Location. If you're new and never played Netrunner before, this is probably the worst video for you to watch. Well, all my videos would be extremely harmful to watch. In fact, even if you've played Netrunner on your professional, my videos are extremely harmful for you to watch. Recently on the Source podcast, Alex White talked about a player called Andrew, and I used to play in Birmingham with Andrew as well, and he is a really good player. I remember how damaging I was to Andrew. I used to install naked agendas and just like advance them. And I remember that the time that Andrew did this one time, he would never do it against anyone else. Against me, yes, he would do it. And that's the kind of damage I have on professional players. So yes, do not watch this if you're a new player. What Seedy Location is about, it's about all the seedy underbelly stuff around Netrunner, not necessarily about cards and tactics. And what you're experiencing is my life right now. This is actually happening. Yeah, so this is how I live. Yeah, a lot of books and theories and yeah. Okay, so real talk now. I'm going to tell you the horrifying truth behind Seedy Location. Now, Seedy Location is just something I started because I saw all these professional videos, well crafted, well made, well maintained, and I thought, yeah, you need something in there, just something, and I can be that something. And so, I just stayed up. Well, I was up late last night, I just thought I'd throw together a video and put it out there and see how it goes. No one watched it. It was awesome. And, I left it at that. But then, Ben Hewitt summoned me. Benjamin Me. I mean, I've been mentioned on the Run Last Click a few times as the Jank Master. And, yes, if you watch back a few episodes, you can probably find it. You'll find mention of me. I think Edie was talking about how I avoided Scorched Earth with clone chips. But yes, Benjamin Me is the one who summoned me originally with Tagore. So, if you have an issue, blame the second best Netrunner player on the planet. Ha ha ha. Yes. And I've shown this proof in many of my videos, so yeah, you know who to blame. Anyway. My mission is just to play the worst cards the game has to offer. Well, worst IDs. because I want to be a game designer, I feel that I want to be a game designer. I feel that these cards must do something. You didn't make them. They don't. They're not rotating out. They must be there for a reason. There must be something I'm missing. And I have to find out what that is. Okay, by now you're expecting some kind of plot twist. And here it is. I'm actually in communication with Damon Stone. I decide the cards, people. That's why you have to watch. You have no choice but to watch Seedy Location. Seedy Location is in direct contact with Damon Stone. Chat endlessly about everything to do with Netrunner. Yes, many people merely interview Damon Stone. I consult with Damon Stone. Just talking about Null's console again, you know, as we always talk about. Null's console, which is Arabic for zero, I thought it'd be called void, you know, zeros in that. And reducing a single piece of ice to zero is quite powerful. You know, about all the cards, he goes through me basically. I'm the one that decides. So, yeah, he tries to go against me with the stronger runner thing, but I'm pushing back. That's a total lie, but I just like to say it because, you know, it made me feel good just to pretend to say it. As my vigil on bluffing and Damon Stone will explain. Not really. It's just as confusing. Let me see how to describe this now. If you watch my videos, you'll see subtle hints at stuff subtle hints at reality. I said I would stop drinking stones. I will stop drinking stones. I have. See, this is some other shit. It's really bad. I'm gonna go back to stones in about 4 months, 6 months. For now, I have to stop drinking. Yeah. Just cut to the truth. Let's go back to this console here. So, my issue with Anarch being strong is that I feel it's strong for the wrong reason. It's not strong because it can destroy ice. It's strong because it seemingly does it very quickly without a drawback. The original Anarch, yes, it could destroy ice. Yes, it could mill R&D. But for it to get to that stage, you'd have to be pretty defenseless because its use of breakers, its breakers was very difficult to find because it didn't let the draw, and it was not always the most efficient because it required momentum. And I feel that Anarch has far too much momentum far too quickly. There's no real drawback. For example, Faust, you can get through any server by discarding maybe 4 cards, and that will get you through 4 or 5 cards, and that'll get you through a server, and 4 or 5 cards could be gained quite easily. I feel that if you had to discard maybe 8 cards to get into a server, that would make some kind of sense, because you can't naturally gain 8. So I'm okay with consoles like this. What I am not okay with is how efficient Anarch is, because of the level of recursion they have and the consistency they have. It doesn't strike me as an anarchic feel. So consistency is my issue with Anarch. It's far too consistent, and this console is far too easy to splash. that is my issue. It's like most of this stuff is far too easy to splash. If it was encased in Anarch and all this powerful tech wasn't so easy to splash about between factions, I wouldn't be too bothered about this. That is the best way I can describe it.
And this idea that there were these cards that had a very high power level and there was a risk associated with using them. How much do you want to push that risk versus reward? In some cases, it was about having keystone cards. These pieces that you could build as a cornerstone of a deck. Things that really represented a faction as a whole. And we were like, we can push this just a little bit more.
Yeah.
We think that the game is resilient enough. There are enough cards now that we can do this occasionally and create a really dynamic play environment. It's not a signal shift of we're just going to ramp up the power level. This is not power creep. This is us making a very concerted effort to force people to start reevaluating how they measure the worth of a card.
That time got some more viral economy. Oh, okay, got HB agenda, unnamed, security. Looks like bioroids. Place 1 agenda counter on sensor net activation when you score it. Oh, sensor net activation. Host a power counter. Res a bioroid, ignoring all costs. When the turn ends, de-res that bioroid. You could give that 3 counters, or 4 counters even. You could. Why does it have so few counters? Why does it have so few count? Okay. Real talk here. Now, I know that corporations are supposed to be weaker, but I feel that MBN's agendas are so much stronger. And they have so much more options. I mean, not only does HB click loss not do anything, I don't feel like their agendas do anything, and the ice is hard to res, and now the ice is the runner has so many options to get through the ice, and I feel that the corp doesn't have many options to, well, there are options to res ice, but I feel there's only real 2 that count. I mean, the toy box and boot camp, and I know we've got bioroid efficiency, and I know there's the whole Amazon industrial grid, but the amount of setup to use that is just nowhere near as quick and convenient as the options that the runner has. And I feel that this is a fair one. You score an agenda and then you can use it, and I don't know why it has to be 1 token. Okay, if the card was not de-resed, fine, because then it becomes a bioroid based priority requisition, and that's fine for 1 token. But if it has to be de-resed, why not 3 or 4? Make it count. It's just, unless it's a 2-1. If it's a 2-1, okay, fine, I take it back. But I can't see how much. If it's a 3-1, make it a 2-1. It's not that much effort. It's not that much. Okay, but if it's a 3-1, then no, I think you should have 3 tokens for the effort. Violet level clearance. Why is it trashable? If it's trashable, at least make it gain 10. It's just, I feel that terminal and it trashable, I feel it should have a bigger effect rather than drawing 4 cards is nice, but at the end of your turn, I don't see enough of benefit, because you may draw into agendas and not, well, without Jackson Howard, no, with Jackson Howard, okay, fine, maybe, but without Jackson Howard, no. Just make it gain 10, make it like, oh great, I'm glad I trashed that, but, or I'm glad I got to use this, but from 5, if it cost 1 and then you gain 7, okay, then now we're talking. Now I can see why you made this terminal. But for 3 credits and 4 cards, no. And I can't wait to see when Hasbard's AI hate card, because if the Gencheck is getting this, Hasbard needs something as well. Oh, and look what else they get. Now, Brian Stinson. Now, again, the issue I have with the fewer than six thing is how often nowadays in this meta does the runner have less than six without some kind of tagging action or some kind. No, it's not. Maybe during the first few turns, maybe, but they get a damaging contract straight away up to 16. When are you going to use this? If the runner has more than six, then I feel that would be fair. But it's just not right currently. No.
Next time on Seedy Location, what do you do when you're hurting the community you care about?